Good morning, dear students. Today we are going to study about conservation of natural resource. So it's today's topic. So before going to the conservation of natural resource, we have to know what is natural resource. What is resource? So here, what is natural resource? So natural resource occur naturally within environment, right? The name only indicates that naturally available resources within a environment, nothing but any part of a earth and satisfy human need. That's nothing but a resource which add a value to the human requirement. So that's a resource and it is available naturally in a nature. That's nothing but a natural resource, right? For example, rock, minerals, soil, river, plant and animal, water. So those are all nothing but examples of natural resources. So what are the types of natural resource you come across? Basically there are two natural resources. One is a renewable resource and a non-renewable resource. So first, renewable resource. These resources are present in unlimited quantity in the nature and having a capacity to get replaced by quick recycling through natural cycle. So for example, if anything like your air or oxygen which is present more in an unlimited quantity and it can be recycled quickly. For example, that oxygen and air which is produced by plants by the process of photosynthesis, we can get oxygen and it is very important for the man for the survival. So it's a type of a renewable resource only. So some of other renewable resources are solar radiation, water and atomic power. So here water, you know, every living organism need water for their survival. So here water is a more in our earth, right? So we are using water and it is getting recycled by a rain, right? So however these resources can be exhausted if we use too rapidly by improper management. So by a water wasting water, we are using too much of a water, we are wasting it. So by that also we are, the quantity of the resources are getting less here. So next, non-renewable resource. The stock of these resources are limited in nature. So it is in a restricted in a limited quantity and these resources are once used cannot be recycled or replaced within a reasonable time. Within a short period of time it cannot be replaced or recycled and it is in a limited. So some of non-renewable resources are soil, forest, wildlife, mineral, fossil fuel like coal and petroleum. So for example, mineral deposited of a fossil fuel are formed. So slowly over million of years, if they are one use cannot be regenerated. If we use petrol, it cannot be regenerated easily. It takes so many years to regenerate. So and it is in a limited quantity also. So next comes conservation of natural resource. The main topic in this unit is a conservation of natural resource. So the wise and careful use of natural resource is called a conservation, nothing but a protecting, saving. For example, water, you have to save water. Always everyone will say that we have to save water. That's nothing but conservation in a careful and in a wise manner. So we are using these natural resources without thinking to fulfill our requirements and the result of this always negative during a period of time. Yeah, it's true. Because of a future thinking, we are not thinking about our future use, just we are thinking of a now present day. We are using or we are wasting so many natural resources, right? So here, but it is never too late. Still it is not late. We can start from now also for conserving natural resources, right? Even now, if these resources are widely used, conservation is not only wise and careful use of resources, but it can maintain in a and improve their quality and quantity. Now also we can conserve the resource, and we have to maintain it and improve their quality and quantity also for the further future uses, right? So in that, first main is soil. It is also type of non-renewable resource. It is in a limited, and it cannot be recycled or replaced quickly. So first here, soil. Soil forms another main natural resource which is essential for the survival and development of human beings. Yet for our shelter, for our food, for our cloth, everything we need a soil. First and foremost it is. We get our basic requirements like food, cloth, shelter mainly from plants that grow in the soil or from the animal that feed of such plants. Yeah, because we are a heterotrophs. We are depend upon autotrophs for our survival. So here plants are a autotrophs which they prepare their own food. So here it needs soil for the preparation and for the survival of a plant and animal also. Soil serve as a natural habitat for microplant and animals, for so many microorganisms, for plants, for animals, including human beings also. Soil is necessary for the survival, for a natural habitat. The word soil is derived from a Latin word solum, meaning earthly material in which plant grow. So it is a earthly material where the plant get a nutrition and a proper requirement of water and minerals for their growth. Soil is the mixture of both inorganic and organic materials. So air and water occupy the pores between the soil particles which are loosely packed. Here soils are loosely packed, and in between that space or pores the water and air will be occupied. When you put a water on a soil, it will absorb by the particles and for the by pores to fulfill that pores. Soil provides shelter for to bacteria, fungi, algae, protozoan, earthworm, snail, ants, etc. Right? So for all living organisms, it provides shelter for their life. Roots and of higher plant grow into the soil in search of water and nutrients. Soil is the ultimate source of all food production. So for the plant, roots are important, right? So roots will grow higher and in a deeper in the soil to search water and nutrients for their survival and for their production of a food. Topsoil is the uppermost layer which is rich in humus. So it is nothing but topmost soil we call uppermost layer. It is rich in fertility. So it makes the soil fertile. So soil fertile is lost due to some activities, especially soil erosion, which will lost a soil fertility, which will lost the uppermost soil layer. So next comes that's only soil erosion. So the substance which make up the earth surface is called soil. We already discussed before. So soil is a complex mixture of non-living materials and some living things. Non-living materials like soil, water, and living like some bacteria, microbes. All the plants grow in the soil. Soil provides support and nutrients to the plants. So soil basically very important for the plant, for their nutrients and for a water the top soil is very fertile. We already told the uppermost layer of the soil is fertile and it is carried away by strong winds or by heavy rains or by a flowing river water. So here the topmost layer is washed away or it is removed by a heavy rain or by flowing river water or a strong winds, it is washed or removed. The removal of fertile topsoil from a region by wind and human activities are a cause of soil erosion. Soil erosion nothing but that removal of the topsoil by the wind or a heavy rain or a flowing water. So next comes conservation. So now soil erosion, how this soil fertility or a soil erosion occurs. So now how to conserve that soil for our future or further our use. So the loss of soil fertility occurs mainly due to soil erosion and continuous cropping. That's also important. Continuous cropping also makes soil lose its fertility. So the technique and methods which check the loss of soil during erosion is called soil conservation. Nothing but conservation I already told, to save or to check how it is. So that's nothing but a soil conservation, to check the loss of a soil during erosion. Thus soil conservation means protection, improvement, sustained renewal of soil at any place it may be. Not only in a agriculture field, any land you have to check and we have to improve the fertility of the soil. So the following steps can be taken to conserve soil. So these are the some few important steps which are carried by us only, by human beings only. So soil erosion can be prevented by intense cropping, means we should grow more crops but not in a continuous manner. We have to grow more crops but not in a continue, right? That's also prevent soil erosion. And the soil erosion can be checked by providing proper drainage canals around the fields to carry out excess water. So in your agricultural field you have to make a drainages or canals, so to collect excess of water and it is again reused for any other purposes, right? So that's also help for this soil conservation. So soil erosion in hilly areas can be prevented by practicing step farming. So it is nothing but a terrace farming, nothing but we have to make small steps, right, to stop the speed of a flow of a rainwater. When rainfall occurs, if it is a slope, then the rainwater will flow continually. So if we make steps over there, so we can conserve the water and the rainwater will move slowly to the downwards. So by that also we can reduce soil erosion. So soil erosion is prevented by planting trees and sowing grasses. So here by sowing grasses and planting more number of trees, it is also conservation only. So we have to prevent there also soil conservation. Nearby your home also you have to cultivate more number of plants. So here you can see the pictures here, step farming, nothing but a terrace farming where you have to make small steps to here to make soil conserve. And next, crop rotation, we have to make crop rotation by cultivating different crops, right? So next here, embankment dam. Next I will explain about embankment dam. Here nothing but a soil erosion can be checked by constructing strong embankments along river banks by using rock and stones. So here by using rock and stone you have to construct that embankments, that nothing but a when rainfall occur that will collect to the direct to the river. There will no wastage of the water also, and it is not remove the water uppermost layer. So addition of manure prepared from a dead organic matter restores the fertility of the soil as it is rich in humus. So here addition of manure prepared from the dead and decayed matter and from the dead leaves is we have to make manure, and that is rich in humus, and we have to put on the uppermost layer of the soil, and which will make that soil fertility. Addition of chemical fertilizers like urea, NPK, ammonium phosphate also improve the soil fertility. So these fertilizers also improve the soil fertility, but excess use of chemical fertilizer should be avoided. That's also think in mind. So that's not use much number of chemical fertilizers, only addition of few chemical fertilizers also improve soil fertility. So excess of use of chemical fertilizers should be avoided, as these fertilizers are harmful for organisms living in the soil, like other bacteria or any other living organisms that's also harmed by more number of fertilizers. So these are the few steps we have to carry for the conservation of soil, because soil is needed for our daily survival also. So for thinking of future, we have to conserve, and from today onwards we have to start to conserve our natural resources. So next class I will discuss about conservation of water, right? So I think you all understood this topic. So thank you.